Hey everyone, what's good? It's Roxanne Harris here, the Audacious Wellness Warrior. And I'm just out here soaking up some sun and here's my toes, grounding out here on this beautiful autumn day. Also, FYI, yep, still enjoying my flowers. I really love flowers and they brighten my day and they just bring me so much joy. And what about you? Comment below. I want to talk to you today because it is Sunday, November the 2nd, and something that happened in many parts of Canada and North America was a time change last night, or AKA early this morning, where we fell back or lost an hour. So the clocks went back 1 hour. And I just wanted to share some of my thoughts about that. It's not a surprise. I've said this for probably most of my life. I don't understand why we are putting people through this major problem twice a year. It is not healthy for us. And so I want to unpack that, especially from a menopausal state or perimenopausal state, but also for children. Very, very important and elderly. And so that loss of 1 hour is substantially impactful in a harmful way to our health. And similarly, when the time changes again in the spring, the same thing will happen. It's very interesting that the University of London in March of 2025 actually produced some research on time change. And what they were saying is it actually takes about 3 to 5 days for your body to come back into a normal sync and a normal balance. Yep, takes that long. And today I want to talk about a few things or reasons why that's happening and what you can do to try and offset the harmful effects as much as possible, including, yep, getting your toes in the green grass or the dirt or some wet sand or anything like that. But we know that this 1 hour of sleep depression or depression, yes, it is a sleep depression, deprivation, causes substantial issues. Many people find it more difficult to fall asleep because of the delay of the release of melatonin. So the body is out of sync with the internal and the external environment. So when we jump time zones, for example, the same thing happens. We become out of sync with our normal circadian biology, and therefore our internal set, our thermostat, is not performing at the same level. There's a disconnect between our hormones and when they're being produced, as well as when the sun is rising and the sun is setting. Now, the challenge with this is that also in perimenopause and menopause, women already have major challenges with sleep and insomnia, and the time change can make it worse for you. And when we have less sun in the morning by moving that time back, the sun gets up earlier and earlier than many people. But that decreased sun in the morning actually decreases our serotonin levels, which is our happy sunshine hormones. And this can actually cause an increase in anxiety and also an increase in depression. And hospitals actually report that for a day or two after time changes, that they have an 11% increase in people coming to the hospital with depression. So filling the emergency rooms with feelings of depression. And then what happens at night, where we have that delay in sunset, is that it alters the melatonin release, and therefore many people have greater difficulty falling asleep at night. And so the lack of sleep also then, of course, increases fatigue, we go through our day often more tired and maybe use more stimulants, more caffeine, chocolate, food, sugar to try and shift our body. This is not advised. Remember, protein first, coffee second. And when you do it in that order, your hormones can line up a whole lot easier and reduce that cortisol or that stress hormone, that anxiety hormone, especially because of the time change. So getting up at the same time every day is super, super important. Giving yourself a bit of a break and knowing that it will take 3 to 5 days to come back into sync. So go to bed when you're tired. Don't try and push it to try and make the reset faster. But not only do we get this change in maybe anxiety or depression or fatigue, but it also dramatically affects our mood, right? So we can find that we're a bit snappier, we're maybe not making as good choices or rational thoughts, conscious thoughts throughout the day, but it also is well known to cause an increase in accidents. And so historically, we know that for a couple of days after time change, there are a lot more accidents on the road. And it's not just because of a loss of 1 hour of sleep. Guys, it's destroying the circadian rhythm and the way that your hormones are balancing and increasing fatigue and other mental emotional issues as well. We also know that it dramatically increases cardiovascular stress. Now, there's lots of thoughts as to why the mechanisms of this happen. And also because generally, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but the vast majority of heart attacks actually happen on Monday morning between 4 and 5 a.m. And so imagine now that we're having that time change on top of that on a Sunday, and then on a Monday, that added stress, that fatigue, that exhaustion, the lower serotonin. So it just makes things just a chaotic brew, waiting for something to happen. But we also know that the time change is known to increase risk of stroke as well. And so be very aware, be loving on yourself. Don't eat the crap, the sugars, the carbs. Go for good proteins, good fats, and get that 7 to 9 hours of sleep so that your body can reset and recalibrate. One of the best things you can do is when you get up, go outside and get your toes in the grass so that you're balancing that circadian rhythm and that you're syncing up your system with the sunlight. Your eyes or your retinas bringing in the sun to give hormonal cues to your brain and to your body. So this is crucially important that you maintain as much of that sunshine access, even though in northern latitudes we're not getting the D. We still need that light signal into the retina and into the brain for the hormones. Interestingly enough, we also see a really huge rise in digestive issues during time change. Lots more heartburn, reflux, just problems with the bowels generally. So again, it's because the hormones are out of sync. It's because you're out of sync, your internal and external environments. And, it would be better if they changed the time maybe in 5-minute increments over a long period of time for your body to get used to it. We also know that there's a dramatic increase in headaches. Again, lack of fatigue, hormonal imbalance, tensions and whatnot. And in 2024, the University of Guelph, right here in Canada, produced a study and talked about the daylight savings time's effect on both mental and physical health. And they confirmed a lot of, actually all of what I just said, and talking about how serious this is for people. I mean, if you need a holiday, now's the time. Like take 3 or 5 days off and just love on yourself and, eat high quality foods, get that extended period of sleep, get outside as much as possible to try and resync your circadian biology. But when we do this time shift, it's actually it's a mismatch, it's a misfiring, and literally it's like time shifting. And even when you do intermittent fasting or these eating windows, you're literally time shifting and you are impacting the circadian biology, and the external and internal communication. But just think of this from the daylight savings time point of view alone, and looking at that 1 hour of loss creates extreme dysfunction within all of the systems of the body. It's not just, oh, hey, catch up on sleep for a couple of days. Be extra cautious, drink all the water, be low key. Imagine today, Sunday, that you're on a little oasis and you're just bringing your body into sync. Go to bed earlier. Don't be staying up until 10 or 11 or 12. And then really regulate your morning by protein first and then taking that coffee. So, hope this has been helpful for you. And when we're looking at all of these things, these are some of the things that we're going to be talking about in our upcoming Renaissance Christmas retreat for women. Or over the age of 40 and their spouses, to help you really reconnect with your body, your mind, as well as your relationships. And we know that time changes do affect our mood, do affect our temperature, meaning our reaction. And this can also put some stress on your relationships with your family and your friends. So join us for a Renaissance Christmas, where we're going to be giving you the most amazing hacks and tips and tricks and things that you can implement right away to make sure that you flourish through the time change, through the holiday season and beyond, into your most beautiful Renaissance. And so this has been Roxanne Harris, still enjoying my beautiful flowers, and have an amazing day, everyone.